இந்த அன்பார்ந்த தமிழ் பாஷையில் அதிகம் சொல்ல முடியாது. மலையாளம் தமிழ் சோதரி சோதர் என்ற ஃப்ரெண்டு கமலஹாசன் அடுத்த நாள் തമിഴ് കന്നഡ ഭാഷകളുടെ ഫ്രണ്ട്ഷിപ്പിനെ കുറിച്ച് പറഞ്ഞ ആകെ അപകടത്തിലായിരിക്കും. Language. Actually, there is nothing between us because though we speak different languages, though at times we take recourse to a foreign language like English to communicate with each other. Politically, emotionally, and culturally, we know each other's language without the technicalities. When I suggested that I would like to speak after these two outstanding cultural figures, both of them are renowned literary personalities. They are political personalities also. There is a saying, personal is political. It's very famous. When you deeply analyze something personal, you would find that it is political also. The same can be said about culture. Culture also is political. When you analyze various aspects of culture, you would understand that it has deep connection with politics. For this, we can have an example from enemies of culture. To understand the relationship with culture and politics, we have the best example from, I underline, enemies of culture. In India today, those who are actually launching concerted assaults on culture by dividing people, by spreading poisonous ideas among people. They call their project cultural nationalism. Isn't it? So, even the enemies of culture, therefore enemies of humanity, they take recourse to invoking culture, nationalism and things like that to make their project somehow acceptable to masses. They want to smuggle in their most dangerous and poisonous ideology with the attractive garment of nationalism, culture, so on and so forth. Now, we are faced with very challenging threats within the country and outside. The present situation in our country, some of us, during the course of our discussions and debate, we have come to the conclusion that our country today, like many other countries in different parts of the globe, are going through a process where new forces of fascism is coming in different governments and trying to influence people. That is why we, in one of our discussions, to formulate our political resolution have come out with this clear-cut idea that neo-fascist tendencies are getting reflected in our society. One of the characteristics of classical fascism in Europe and different other segments of the globe was to have their own historical narrative. I should not punish you with a long speech. I have prepared something. After having come here, I have decided that I will present my prepared speech as in both Houses of Parliament some ministers do, laying the paper on the table of the House. That will be circulated. People can, quietly read. Similarly, I will share the text that I have with me. Now, I thought that speaking about the threats that culture is faced with in our country today and in the world today should be what, at least briefly, I should speak about. Stand-up comedians are being charge-sheeted and arrested. Let us directly connect with cultural expressions. Because we were listening to stand-up, I don't know how they are. This art form is here called? Yeah. A form of? Yeah. They are not being charge-sheeted because Kavanya Kanimalji is here and her brother, Shri M.K. Stalin, is the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, and a political arrangement which is committed in the fight for freedom of expression, and a political arrangement which is fighting neo-fascist tendencies. Such a government is here in Tamil Nadu. When people like Prakash Raj came to Kerala for the film festival, Prakash Raj said, I come to Kerala because Kerala is one of the few places where one can speak out one's mind without the freedom of getting arrested or harassed. Such places are getting reduced like Tamil Nadu, Kerala and some other parts also. I cannot say so confidently about many places. What happened? Gauri Lankesh is being referred to. We know Kalburgi, renowned novelist, renowned authority on Vajana Sahitya, literature of Basaveshwara, has been shot at. So now we are reminded that the Italian-made, what is it called, revolver. What I am wishing to state is a quiz, public quiz. A revolver made in Italy did a very, very disastrous assassination, a stunning assassination in the history of our country. Nathuram Vinayak Godse used an Italian revolver to shoot and kill father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi. It is not a coincidence that Italy produced Mussolini. Fascist Mussolini's land produced a revolver which was used by communal forces. The person Vinayak Godse, who murdered Mahatma Gandhi, he was an RSS man. Then, in order to insulate RSS from the accusation of having organized this murder of Mahatma Gandhi, he technically disassociated himself with RSS. That is the history. That revolver from Italy that has not stopped its work. That revolver is still working in our society. The revolver which took away the life of Kalburgi. The revolver which took away the life of Kavita Lankesh. Sorry, Gauri Lankesh. Kavita Lankesh is my friend. Sorry, being old, such mistakes would happen. Thank you for you having been corrected me. The revolver which took away the life of Thabolkar and many others is the same gun, not technically, but with the same understanding. That's why we say neo-fascist tendencies are taking root in our society. I don't have to go any further. When classical fascism emerged in Europe, artists and writers played a very important role. This is Muppokar Ezhuthalar Sangham meeting here. And this Muppokar Ezhuthalar Sangham formed itself when another form of darkness was prevailing in Indian society. Even though political situation has changed, those who were responsible for spreading that darkness 50 years ago, I am happy to note that those political forces today recognize the fact that we have to close our ranks together in order to fight new forms of darkness that is engulfing our country. History has taken a full circle. We should appreciate that process. So, Muppokar Ezhuthalar Sangham has the glorious tradition of having formed itself to fight against darkness, of unfreedom, of authoritarianism. Today, in our country today, even though there is no declared darkness, the darkness prevailing in our society is far more intimidating and dangerous. How do you substantiate what you have stated? That today the darkness is far more intimidating, dangerous. Today, the forces of darkness not only succeeded in occupying the seats of power, the forces of darkness are injecting poison in every cell of Indian society. This is the difference. In 77, through democratic upsurge, civil liberties and human rights, freedom of press, forces of democracy succeeded in restoring by popular upsurge in 77. Today we have to harness our forces to defeat these poisonous forces of darkness. 50 years ago we had darkness. Today we have poisonous forces of darkness. This poison, communal poison, It has been injected, as I have mentioned, into every cell of Indian society. Human beings are made out of cells. Ocean. In Malayalam, I don't know what is it in Tamil. What do you say for cell?